Hello everyone and welcome back to another quick review on another custom. Today we're going to look at Cody as well as some other engines, some of Cody's friends. And this is Cody as seen in our special Culdee Fell. And if you haven't seen it, I encourage you to see it now. So this is Cody with a clay face, and some of the features would be the front hook, which he will hook to the coaches because it's at the front, and then some extra side rods which is glued onto the shell, additional from the original Freddy model. And then at the back we have the cap face as well as this protruding parts of the cap which Cody has. There's also a number here, very small. I'm not sure if you can actually see it in the movie itself because it's very small and it leaves not much space for the number to be placed, but it's there. And yeah, that's basically it. It's not really that hard. Oh, and also we have the sloping boiler here. I think I've shown it in live streams or some other occasions before, that the boiler actually slopes. That is actually the hardest part. But the remainder of the model remains rather simple to do. It's just several pieces of cardboard stuck on and then using white glue to smooth out some of the edges. And well, the proper way to do is obviously to use putty, but I think white glue works fine too to fill in the gaps. It's cheap and it's simple, and yeah, basically cheap. That's very important to us. And basically, if we look at the side, we have a Freddy model ready, and then we add this piece here, this whole piece. That is stuck onto the Freddy model, as well as this one, and then this bottom bit is stuck onto the chassis underneath the foot plates. So that's how we did it. And we also have the additional side rods. We tried to make it look a bit detailed, but not too detailed because of the kind of simplified look that is provided on the Trackmaster Freddy. So that's basically it. This is clay face painted purple. And let's get into the more difficult parts, which is the sloping boiler. How we did that is basically we use a saw into this part and then snap it off. So basically we have this part cut off, and then we glue the back on a sloping angle. If we open the shell and look inside, you may have a better idea. Yeah, you can see glue here, and this part is certainly cut off and then re-glued, such that it will have the impression of a sloping boiler, which is a feature the Culdee Fell engines have. And today, apart from Cody, we also have with me some of the other engines that basically looks like a Cody. We have a fleet of them, and all of them are made using basically the same procedures, but with minor details differences, so that the engines can actually look different. So if we run you through it, the handrails lengths are different. Some may miss the handrails. This for Wilfred, we have a pipe or something, which is basically a straw. We try to add different details on it, and the paint chipped on these parts. But in the movie, you see it's all purple. We also have different features like, this is a very small handrail, and on the side even, some will have the front handrail, I think. Yeah, Dooiney has the front handrail. Wilfred has no handrail. Cody has a small one here. Godred has a larger one here, things like that. So we have kind of subtle differences that tells the engines apart. When looking at the back, it's much more different between the engines, because we based it on the real engine as well as the Railway Series illustration. So the face is definitely different. but the back is also, the back window is also different. These two are similar, while these two are similar. Try to make it different, so when you look at all of them together, you won't actually see like 5 Codeys or 5 of the same engine, but kind of different. So that's it for all of our engines today, but as a special feature or a bonus, we actually have an additional custom, which is the broken Cody / Godred / Shane Dooiney. So it's basically the same model, and it's just a shell, additional shell. I think you might have noticed that whenever these engines are broken, it's basically just the shell that's broken. The chassis is as usual. So because they all look similar, so this is kind of a shared model between them. And what we did is basically do all the things we did to the other engines and then destroy it. But because we have to destroy it, a lot of details are omitted to save time because it will break anyways. So looking here, it now has the Cody nameplate, but some of the other faces and other nameplates are stored inside and can easily be swapped during filming, and as well as the number. Yeah. But now it's Cody, and along with that we have the sad Shane Dooiney face and the sad Cody face. And yeah, basically it's not as detailed as the full detailed model, but I think it will do because it's just a broken model. We peel things off, stuff like that. And this one is different, kind of different from the broken Edward exploits Edward, because we didn't melt it. We just used scissors to cut it up and bend it. This side is damaged differently on the top. Several differences. And as you can see, this is actually utilizing one of the failed models. When cutting the boiler, you can see that we actually cut it, at the wrong angle, and which makes it a spare. So we turned it into this broken model. So I think that's it for today, and we will continue with some more Culdee Fell engines hands-on short review later on. So until then, see you then.